This week features all 9 NCHC teams in action, including 8 non-conference series, headlined by a top 10 matchup in Grand Forks. We've got a look ahead to all 17 games in this edition of the NCHC Morning Skate. Our marquee matchup features number 7 North Dakota hosting number 3 Boston University of Hockey East in what is the best series in the country this weekend. The Fighting Hawks are coming off a road split at number 18 Minnesota State last weekend. On Friday, UND overcame a 2-0 deficit with 3 straight third-period goals to win 3-2. Louis Jamernick and Cameron Berg each had a goal and an assist to propel the Hawks. The next night, Minnesota State blanked UND 3-0. North Dakota is now 2-1 on the season, all against ranked competition, while BU comes to Engelstad Arena with a 3-0 record. This series is a rematch from last season. The Fighting Hawks split a series in Boston, losing 3-2 the first night before earning a 5-4 overtime win in the finale.
It'll probably be a much quicker series. They're a very gifted offensive team, forwards and D. We went out there last year, and obviously that was a good weekend for us as far as playing high-intensity games against a skilled team in their building. And it's a situation this weekend here where obviously we got to play at a fast pace here, and we got to bring our best foot forward here and play to our identity here.
Speaking of Boston, number 13 and 14 Western Michigan is in nearby Chestnut Hill, Mass. for a single game against number 2 Boston College of Hockey East. The Broncos took a 6-2 decision from visiting Bowling Green of the CCHA last Thursday to improve to 3-0 on the year. Freshman Zach Nearing tallied 2 goals and an assist to earn NCHC Rookie of the Week honors. He has points in every game so far this season. Then on Saturday, WMU beat York University in an exhibition game 8-0, with Nearing scoring again. This will be the first ever meeting between the Broncos and the Eagles. Also this week, the nation's top-ranked team, Denver, is back at home to host number 20, Wisconsin. The Pioneers improved to 4-0 with matching 5-2 wins over visiting Northeastern of Hockey East last weekend. 5 different players scored goals in Friday's win. The next night, Carter King had 2 goals and 2 assists, and Aiden Thompson handed out 4 helpers as the Pios finished the sweep. King was named the NCHC Forward of the Week, earning 5 points in the series. Sophomore Eric Polkamp garnered Defenseman of the Week for recording his first DU goal, an assist, and a +3 rating for the weekend. These 2 former WCHA rivals last met in 2019 when DU swept a series in Madison, Wisconsin. The newly minted number 9 team in the country, Colorado College, heads to the last frontier to face Alaska Anchorage in a 2-game set beginning Friday. The Tigers were off last weekend. They last played on October 11th and 12th, sweeping a series from visiting Northern Michigan, 4-3 in overtime and 6-1 in the finale. Junior Noah Laba led the way in that series, scoring 6 points, including 5 assists, which earned him NCHC honors last week. 2 seasons ago, the Tigers opened the regular season by sweeping UAA 6-2 and 4-1 at Robeson Arena. The Seawolves are 0-4 against NCHC competition so far, getting swept by Denver and Miami. Number 12 and 14 St. Cloud State welcomes Augustana of the CCHA to the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center this weekend. The Huskies traded shutouts in a split at Michigan of the Big Ten last weekend. On Friday, SCSU was blanked 3-0. The following night, the Huskies did the whitewashing, earning their first ever win over the Wolverines 4-0. Isaac Posh made 24 saves to earn his 3rd career shutout and his 2nd nod as NCHC Goaltender of the Week this season. These will be the first ever meetings between the 2 schools. The Vikings head to St. Cloud after sweeping fellow NCHC member Omaha last weekend. Number 16 and 19 Omaha will try to rebound from that setback this weekend on the road against their namesake Mavericks of Minnesota State. Last weekend at Baxter Arena, Augie came from behind to beat Omaha 2-1 on Friday night and then shut out their hosts 4-0 on Saturday. Zach Erdahl had UNO's only goal in the series. Last season, these 2 Mavericks faced off in an exhibition game to open the season. Omaha's Mavericks won 1-0. Arizona State's road trip continues this weekend in the Upper Peninsula as it faces Northern Michigan. The Sun Devils were swept at Providence 4-1 and 2-1 last weekend. Ryan Kerwin scored both goals for ASU in the series. The Sun Devils are 1-4-1 this season and winless in 5. They, along with Miami, have played an NCHC high 6 games so far. ASU is 3-0 all-time against Northern Michigan. The 2 schools played last year at Mullet Arena, with the Sun Devils winning 3-2 and 5-1. We mentioned Miami earlier. The Redhawks keep up their busy October schedule with a pair of games against independent Lindenwood at Steve Cady Arena this weekend. MU lost both ends of a Thursday-Saturday home-and-home series with Robert Morris of Atlantic Hockey last week. The Hawks fell 5-1 on Thursday at home and then bowed 4-1 at RMU on Saturday. They were MU's first two losses of the season. This weekend series will mark the first two games between Miami and Lindenwood. Last but not least, Minnesota Duluth welcomes another independent in Stonehill out of Massachusetts to Amsoil Arena this weekend. The Bulldogs will attempt to bounce back from two losses to in-state rival Minnesota of the Big Ten last weekend at home. The Gophers outslugged UMD 7-5 in Friday's opener. Duluth got 2 goals from Aiden Dubinsky and 4 assists from Aaron Pionk in that game. The following night, Minnesota won 5-1. UMD is now 1-4 this season. As with 3 of our other matchups this weekend, this series will mark the first time UMD has played the Skyhawks. Let's take one more look at this weekend's busy schedule, including all 9 teams playing on Saturday. 5 of the 8 series are at NCHC venues, which means there are 10 games you can watch live on the official streaming platform of the conference, NCHC.TV. And be sure to visit NCHChockey.com for all the latest news, scores, and stats. The October schedule comes to a close with plenty of hockey this weekend. As always, thanks for watching the NCHC Morning Skate.